For the second straight year, Harrison Butker has the honors, and we are underway in Super Bowl 58. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Oh, look at the juke. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Purdy now to throw. And he will find his man Samuel. And he's going to be taken to the ground right there at the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 34. There on the stop was Leo Chanel.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Touchdown, 49ers! Christian McCaffrey with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Niners will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And he spoke very eloquently and passionately on media day about what a victory here would mean for him. He knows this just isn't any other game. This is the kind of game that stays with you for a lifetime. If there's anyone on this field tonight who's most ready for this moment, I think it's this man right here.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Mahomes throw incomplete to Valdez-Scantling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
And I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I keep pressing it downfield. And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got them into the end zone.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And Mahomes is going to keep it. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week. But here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 60 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's caught out right by Jennings.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. Shotgun now with Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now Purdy. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll get this down to the 36. They go play action here. Purdy. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Purdy. He's got room at the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them. bring it up fourth down.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on fourth down here. Oh, look at this play call. Dances by him. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up first and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They tried the fade there to the back corner, and Charles, you know very well that can be hard to stay in bounds on that route.
So difficult because you have to start the route to give yourself enough space to actually fade away from the defender and stay in bounds, just as you described. If the defender's able to take away that little bit of cushion, it's often hard to come down inbounds with the ball and complete the play.
70 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So now things get interesting on third and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Christian McCaffrey. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. An early decision point here, Charles. Maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on fourth and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
from the 24 now. Here's second down and 5. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd and 3. Open man right side is Rice. And he will have a Chiefs first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. It's a close game here early on. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Niners set to take over on offense. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
4th down, so Kansas City sends out Tommy Townsend. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Purdy now to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. James now to return. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Mahomes to throw once more. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped him for no gain.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a 1st down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Pacheco. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll try again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney from 4 yards out. as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This now a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Taking it about the 16. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
Breaks through the contact, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there. So maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing here, Purdy. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Well, the Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And they may just be content to take this three-point lead and head into the locker room. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our
This
EA
one's been as
Sports
good as
Halftime
advertised.
Report.
Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll look to throw again. And this pass caught by Gray. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Throw outside, completion to Rice. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Now Mahomes. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I liked everything about it, especially his ability to stay in the pocket and execute.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rice. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This 2nd and 4. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Purdy. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Purdy now to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a much-needed accomplishment there on 3rd down. They've been forced to punt far too many times already. They needed something to go their way, and they're able to get a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 98 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Purdy. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the 49ers have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. And a special play there by the special teams. It's one thing to fake it. He ran it in for the score.
I think the special teams coach saw something on film in preparation for this game. Told the head coach now's the time. He got the green light, and they worked it to perfection.
Now Moody for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now here comes Kansas City. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 3. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On 1st down, Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Mahomes to throw once more. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that gives them a 3-point lead. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the third, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, Purdy. A throw right side here going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
An extra point try now for Moody. And that will make this a 4-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4. Mahomes going to throw.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mahomes. And he is caught. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Mahomes now on 1st down. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's caught. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th-quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. The pass there over the middle to start things out. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Purdy now to throw. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Two yards to go, 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. They'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Purdy looking to throw. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Back to throw, Purdy. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. For the lead, here's third and goal. Purdy. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk from 4 yards out. And the Niners have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Now Moody for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Here's Richie James on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This is 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And again, it's Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Mahomes to throw once more. Throw outside, completion to Rice. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Now 1st and goal. Mahomes to throw it. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are once again back in front.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Purdy and the Niners down by a field goal, less than 90 seconds to go. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on 1st down. Here's Purdy to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical third down here. Purdy to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing, Purdy. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw is Purdy. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line.
Hey, you've got your 1st down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
An extra point try now for Moody. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. One final try from Mahomes. Finding Kelsey. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.